Hey guys, happy Thursday. I'm going to give it just a second to let some people get on. I know I have a lot of parents in my news feed, so I'm hoping you guys get on so we can talk about this because I know that this pain I am feeling today is not mine alone. I know that this is across the board pain that parents feel, frustration. It's like, gosh, if people had told me this specifically and in great detail, we may not be where we are right now. It's things that people don't talk about. I think it's kind of like labor, where it's tough in the moment and then you kind of forget, so you do it again. So I'm going to give it just a second. If you guys are hopping on, just let me know that you're here, and we'll get started in just a second. But I see Katie's there somewhere in Facebook world. So the reason this all came about today and the reason that I decided to actually do a video about this was I spent my day in the rain. It's like 50, I think it was like 51 degrees today, raining, and we were running errands. And one of the errands we had to go do was everybody except for Josiah, because he wasn't old enough yet, had to go and get their eyes checked today. I know that Christian's eyes are bad. He takes after Michael in this way. My eyes are not bad. I have perfect vision. I've always had perfect vision. I've never needed glasses or reading glasses, and Michael's had 2 eye surgeries. So I know that this is something that Christian inherits from Michael. So we've been through the glasses thing. Actually, it's a funny story how that even came about, because I did not. There are 2 other bathrooms in this house. Pick one. But I want to go in your bathroom. Pick 2 at another bathroom. Decide, go. So when Christian was like 9, we were walking through the exchange on Post, and there was a big sign on the other side of the store. We're not talking just like a little sign. This was a great big sign. And I said to him, I'm like, oh, I think I forget what the sign was. It was something, and I was like, oh, look at that. That's going to be super fun. And he was like, what? What's going to be really fun? And I was like, on the sign, it says whatever it was, and I forget. And he was like, I don't see anything on that sign. And I literally was like, what are you talking about? This was a big sign. And he was like, I just see the white wall. I don't even see a sign. So we walked through the store over to the sign, and he's like, whoa, that was there the whole time. And so from there, we went to Vision Works, which was, I think, in Walmart at the time, or whatever the eye thing is there in Walmart. And so, sure enough, he can't see. And I was like, Mom of the Year, I did not know that my kid could not see. So that's how we discovered that Christian needed glasses, was just by chance, and what I learned is it's kind of like a child that has hearing loss, because they have grown up that way and they are just accustomed. They don't know any different. And so that was what Christian said, was like, I didn't even realize that things I was supposed to be able to see far away. I always just thought that the way that I saw was how you see. And so when the day that we picked up his first ever pair of glasses, we were in the car driving home, and he kept flipping them up and putting them down and flipping them up, and he was just so, like, it was really kind of cool in that moment to see him see far away for the first time. But that leads me to today. Now, I think it's been like 4 years or so since he's had glasses. And every year we go, his eyes have gotten worse. And that's what they said, because he has astigmatism. And is it nearsighted or farsighted, where you don't see well far away? I think that's nearsighted. And so they were like, it's going to progressively get worse until he gets older, and then it may kind of mellow out a bit. So we go today, and sure enough, of course, he can't see. His eyes are no good. They've gotten worse. So I say to him, do you want new frames? Are you good with the frames you have? Which really, I don't even know why I gave him the option. But Christian is the kind of kid that doesn't ask for stuff. So, of course, he was like, no, I like the frames I have. There's no reason to buy new frames. He's so amazing. Because I would have been like, yeah, I want new frames. I've had these for a year. Switch it up. He's not like that at all. Thank goodness. Because we sat down to, like, order the lenses because he wanted to keep his frames, which I'm perfectly fine with. And they add that up. And I was like, excuse me? What, could you tell me that total one more time, please? It was like over $300. So I was like, coughing. I'm not coughing right now to clear my throat. I literally, in the moment, thought I was going to throw up on this woman. So I was like, all we ordered we ordered the lenses, and we did the, what is it called? Transitions, where they get darker. When you go outside, they become like sunglasses. We had done it before where they always do a buy one, get one free. And so before we done where he can get sunglasses and glasses, and that was just a pain. Like sometimes you had them, sometimes you didn't. So I was like, we'll do the transitions. Super, super easy. Well, I also suggest that you do the non-glare. Why? Why do you suggest that we do non-glare? And how much is this? It's like when you go to get a manicure and a pedicure and they're like, do you want to add gel? Do you want to add glitter? Do you want to add a design? Do you want me to scrub your calluses? You're like, I don't know. Do I need all of that? Like, I don't know. Go to get an oil change. Do you want this and this and this? I just want the oil change. Like, that's how I felt today. I don't know. I've never had glasses. Does he need non-reflective or whatever glasses? I don't know. So she explains to me that because kids are like on computers and stuff so much now, the non-glare, it helps with blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. Add the non-glare. Let's do that. That's $150. I'm sorry, what? $150 for non-glare? Is it really that serious? She's like, well, there is a cheaper version, or a cheaper, I can't think of the word she used. Well, let's start with that, lady. Why are we starting with the $150 add-on to what we already have? What is wrong with people? You see I'm here with 3 kids. Do I look like a daggone money tree? Took a breath. She's like, well, we have this other one that's $100, and you get 20% off for being military or TRICARE, whatever. I'm like, well, that's a lot better than $150. Why start with $150? Do I look like the kind of person, I literally looked like this when I went today, by the way, because it's raining and gross. Do I look like the kind of person that wants a $150 add-on to my kids' glasses? No, thank you. Don't start with that. So by the time I walked out, I paid like $278. There's no frames involved here. This was just for the lenses, no frames. We leave there, and I'm like, Christian, I love you. He's like, I know you do. Thank you. So, let me back up. So I'm sitting there talking to the lady, and she's like, oh, you have all boys? And I immediately thought of my video from the other day, and I'm like, if this heifer says to me that I should have a girl, I'm going to lose it on her, because I just talked about this. And you know what she said to me? She's like, that's good that you have all boys. That's really fun. I have never gotten that response a day since I've had multiple kids. So that was cool. And then she says something about them being expensive. And I looked at Christian and I was like, yeah, but for, a $300 pair of lenses, it'd be cheaper to what did I say? Something like it'd be cheaper just to stick them in a closet. I don't know, something. Well, she didn't laugh. She didn't think that was funny. And Christian and I were giggling. We thought it was funny. She did not. So then she looked at me and I was like, yeah, don't call DSS. I was totally kidding right there. I'm not going to lock him in a closet for real. Like I kept trying to backtrack because she didn't think it was funny at all. So we leave there and we go to Chick-fil-A for lunch. Can I have a milkshake? Can I have this? Can I have that? No, you can have a water. You can have a water. That's what you can have. And not a bottle of water, because that costs extra. You can have water out of the little fountain thing with some ice. Not extra ice, they might charge for that. We eat at Chick-fil-A. Tell you what I had. I had the kale salad, which is amazing if you've never had it. So good. It's their superfood side or whatever, really good. And then I had grilled chicken nuggets, so it's pretty good. It's as good as you can be, really, when you're out. But we leave there, and we went to the grocery store. We're walking through the grocery store. Josiah's at the door again. What? What do you need? Okay, you have to wait. So we leave there. We go to Safeway. We're walking through the grocery store, And my kids are like, can I have this? I need this. Can I have this? I need deodorant. I need toothpaste. I need a new toothbrush. I need oranges. Can we get apples? It was like ridiculous. What do you say? When your kids are asking you for fruits and vegetables, do you say no, right? So, by the way, we went to Safeway to only get a couple of things. While in there, I did the blood pressure test, the stress test. I did another vision test just because the kids wanted to make sure that I wasn't blind. We did an age detector test. I'm 39, about to be 40, but it checked me out at 31, so that was cool. We did a diabetes exam. We got lost in the grocery store. While in there, Josiah asked for at least 2 things out of every aisle. So by the time we go to check out, I should have done my blood pressure then because it was definitely higher than it was when we went in. Get in the car. Can I have a piece of gum? I looked at him and I was like, do not ask me for anything else. What people don't tell you about having kids, maybe it's just something you should know, is that A, they're so expensive. You think, or I thought, if we can get through the diaper phase, because I didn't do cloth diapers, if we can get through the diaper phase, it won't be as bad. Right? And I nourished all 3 of them, so we didn't have formula, bottles, we didn't have any of that stuff. If we can get through this phase, it'll get better. Then you get to the toddler phase where you have like sippy cups and you need multiple outfits because they're so messy and they just, like, I don't know, like they have a hole right here in their lip and the juice and everything, it just runs down their clothes. It doesn't make any sense at all. Do you hear my kids? I'm about to snap. This is like my room. Yes, I don't care. This is my space. This is my quiet space. So they have like a hole and food and juice. It runs out of them. But it doesn't run down. It's like gravity doesn't really work on toddlers. It runs up and to the side and down. It's everywhere. Toddlers are literally covered everywhere. Josiah, do you know what? Daddy is sitting on the couch right now. Can you go ask Daddy? Do your kids do that? He's 2 steps away as their father, and they're all sitting here knocking on the door. So you feel like, okay, well, if we can get through toddler phase, it gets better, right? Because then we won't need as many outfits. It does not get better. It gets worse. The stuff that they want is more expensive. They may not want as much stuff, but the stuff they want is a couple $100. It's crazy. It is insane to me how expensive they are. So today, I spent total between groceries and glasses and lunch, and that's all we did today. We spent close to $600 today. Oh, please don't even get me started on sports. I can't with the sports. I have Jacob doing travel soccer, which is so expensive. Totally worth it, but it's very expensive, and next year is only going to be worse because they're moving to a different league. Then I have Christian and Josiah that they also do sports. I hear you, dude. Sports are crazy expensive. And I remember when I was like pregnant and you're thinking about having kids and was like, oh, you better be sure because kids are expensive. You're like, no, how expensive can it be? No, somebody needs to make a flippin' spreadsheet that says more than kids are expensive, because expensive is relative, right? Like what's expensive to me may not be expensive to somebody else. What's cheap to somebody else might be super expensive to me. So I don't want to hear that kids are expensive. I need a spreadsheet, detailed explanation of what is going to be spent every year of their lives. And it doesn't have to be exact. I get that it's not going to be exact, but can we get a general idea of what expensive means? Because I can't understand why nobody told me that kids were going to cost me $600 in one day. That does not make sense, nor does it make sense why they are yet again knocking on the bedroom door when their father is sitting on the couch. Oh, you have the same bed? Girl, we've had this bed since, like, when did we get married? 2001. We got this right after we got married. That's funny. Yeah, so I need a detail. I need more detail. Like, I can't handle $600 in a day. That's just ridiculous. It's crazy. So I told Christian, oh, the best part was the lady says, you know, I really feel that you should get him a second frame. I really feel like you need to pay for it. If you want him to get a second frame, you need to pay for the frame. She was like, well, you know, we have one boy that was in here 4 times in 2 months because he kept breaking his frame. And I said to her, I was like, well, do you hear this? Tell Daddy Mommy's making a video right now, so you can't come in. So, what was I going to say? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, 4 times in 2 months. And I said to her, I was like, well, you know what? That's actually his mom's fault because I probably wouldn't have given them back after the second time. He would have had to go get a job. He would have had to do something to earn those glasses. There is no way I'm replacing your frames 4 times in 2 months. Like, put the kid in a bubble. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Crazy talk. Crazy, crazy. Anyhow, okay, so if you all would work on that spreadsheet for me, that would be amazing because I've already kind of gotten through the preschool years are gone. That's done. So I need a spreadsheet for like kindergarten through college of approximately how much money I'm going to be spending a year because I was not anticipating this. This is way, way more than I was thinking. And we're only halfway there. So, y'all can help me with the spreadsheet. I think we should all come together and make a spreadsheet, actually. It would be really interesting to see what everybody spends, you know, annually on your kids. I don't know how you would figure that out, but it'd be really interesting to look at. So anyways, $600 in a day, 3 kids. Stupid. It's so stupid. All right. You guys, it's Thursday. That means tomorrow morning we have to get up, get our workout in, average. What? I've heard the averages about 500,000 in 18 years. Holy cow. Surely that goes down the more kids you have because I know I do not spend as much money on the other 2 because they get stuff passed down to them. I wonder how that changes with the more kids you have. That is insane. $500,000 in 18 years. I was just sitting here doing the math thinking we could have saved ourselves $1.5 million. I wouldn't trade my kids for $1 million, but maybe one of them. Yeah, it would be really interesting to know. I'm going to see, maybe we'll see if we can find that information because I'd be curious to know if it goes down or goes up the more kids you have. I look at people who have like 7 and 8 kids and I'm like, dang, how in the world, how do you do that? I mean, and I don't look down upon it because I actually really wanted to be Michelle Duggar. I wanted that to be my life, but 'tis not my life, and that's okay. Anyways, all right, somebody find that information. Find out if the cost of your children goes up or goes down with the more kids you have, because I'd be really curious to know, and send that to me in a message. I'd love to hear that. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. If you have a specific time that you'd like to get on and chat some mommy talk, let me know. I am pretty much available most of tomorrow. I have to do another PT workout tomorrow for a unit. That's going to be really fun. So, anyways, you guys have a great night. Get your kids to bed. Have some mommy time. Lock your door. It works. I mean, they're still there, but I can go in the bathroom. Shut that out. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.